I firmly believe that for the vast majority of cases of ailment or injury, wellness, movement is essential. And that doesn't necessarily have to mean you've got to do a sun salutation. But movement of your joints, movement of your breath, movement of your fluids, movement of your energy, such as you have the ability to move your own energy, which I am absolutely convinced we have a very direct ability to influence the movement of energy. And that can be with breath, that can be with mind in combination with practices. And movement is the key. And I think that there is a lot of illness in this world, a lot of sickness on many different levels through lack of movement. And I mean that lack of movement in all of its different meanings. But physical movement is essential. And even if it's just standing up and moving through your joints or spinning, I say just, I think that's, for many people, that's as much accessible movement that's available for them, particularly if they're working with obesity or conditions that render movement less easy. Just focusing on joint movement is I think, fundamental self-care. And so, for example, I seldom teach a class where I don't maybe invest 15 minutes, 20 minutes to, each of the joints in the body. And then we practice in holding postures. And over the last 15 years, which I've been doing it increasingly in the last 10, I get more and more feedback from people. That felt completely different. My common complaints didn't manifest. I've found that I do my practice sometimes of just the joint care sequences that we teach, and I found that that's been enough to keep my well-being in really good shape. So I hold a lot of weight into joint care. And in Chinese medicine, we have conditions like congestion and depletion, which again tend to be related to joints. And if you don't have, and if the joints aren't moving and the fluids aren't flowing, and then our energy becomes congested, or the movement of energy around the body can result in depletion, and this can lead to ill health. Movement is everything, but it needs, as with the whole concept of balance, it also needs to be balanced with stillness. Why I think the work that you do at Movement for Modern Life has such value is because I think increasingly people are just finding it difficult to travel to a yoga class, because it's not just the class time. For some people it can be an hour's journey, whether it be in the city with public transport or traffic, and classes tend to be before work or after work, so you've got the inevitability of work's pressures influencing your travel time, the state in which you come into the classroom, and often your favorite teachers or favorite classes aren't necessarily going to be as fluid as your life is fluid, and constantly, you never know what's going to happen from one day to the next. And we may have a diligent Tuesday night at 7:30 somewhere practice, but life often doesn't make that possible. And I think the rise in yoga at home is actually really helping many people to practice yoga who wouldn't otherwise be able to. You can switch on your favorite teacher or your favorite practice at will, and so it helps you to tune into what do I need, what's out of these many classes that are available to me, what's my body asking for, what's my emotional body, my energetic body, what do they need right now, And so you can, I can go through your content list and go, that's what I want right now. And I think that's fantastic. You don't have to be a geek to understand how to get online and start your class.